Welcome back. If this is your first time joining us, earlier episodes this season build a helpful foundation, especially our recent conversations about digital identity and passwords. But wherever you're starting from, you're very welcome here. Today's episode is called Passkeys and the Future of Logins. Welcome back to Quietly Secure, the podcast about digital privacy, personal security, and staying informed without getting overwhelmed. In the last episode, we talked about passwords, why they were created, and why they fail so often, and how modern security already relies on more than just something you remember. And that naturally leads to a question. If passwords are such a fragile system, why are they still everywhere? And more importantly, what comes next? You may already be seeing new options when you sign in. Use your phone, sign in with Face ID, create a passkey. Some people love this shift. Others feel uneasy, as if control is being taken away. So today, we're slowing down and looking at what passkeys actually are, why the industry is moving towards them, and whether they really make you safer. Passwords were designed for a very different internet. A time when people had a handful of accounts, used one computer, and threats were relatively simple. Today, passwords struggle because humans are involved. We reuse them, we forget them, we choose memorable ones instead of strong ones. And attackers don't guess passwords one person at a time anymore. They automate the process at a massive scale. Over time, companies realise something important. The weakest part of passwords isn't encryption. It's memory. So instead of trying to make humans better at remembering secrets, the industry began asking a different question. What if devices could handle authentication instead? That led to the idea of passkeys. Despite the name, a passkey isn't really a password replacement you type. It's closer to a digital key pair. Where you create a passkey, your device generates two linked pieces. One stays safe on your device, and the other goes to the service that you're logging into. The important part is this: the secret part never leaves your device. When you sign in later, your phone or computer proves it has the key, usually after confirming it really is you using a fingerprint, a face scan, or a device pin. No password to type, nothing to reuse, nothing meaningful for attackers to steal from a database breach. Even if a website is compromised, there's no reusable secret exposed. And because the passkey is tied to the real website, fake login pages, phishing sites largely stop working. The system simply refuses to authenticate to the wrong place. If passkeys are safer, why do some people feel uneasy about them? Well, that's mostly because they change where trust lives. Passwords feel personal. You know them, you carry them in your head. Passkeys move that responsibility to devices and operating systems. They can feel like you're losing control. But in reality, most people were already trusting devices, password managers, saved logins, autofill systems. Passkeys just formalise something that was already happening and make it harder to misuse. The goal isn't to remove your control. It's to remove opportunities for attackers. Passkeys dramatically reduce certain risks. They help prevent password reuse attacks, large-scale credential leaks, many phishing attempts. But they don't solve everything. If someone gains access to your unlocked device, they may still access accounts. Scams that convince you to approve actions still work. And account recovery still matters. Sometimes even more than before. Security never disappears, it just shifts. Passkeys remove one category of problem, but awareness and habits still matter. Should you use passkeys? For most people, the answer is yes, gradually. You don't need to switch everything overnight. A calm approach works best. Start with major accounts, email, cloud storage, primary services tied to your identity. Make sure your devices are protected with a strong PIN or biometric lock. And understand that convenience here is not a weakness. In this case, easier often means safer, because systems that reduce friction are systems people actually use correctly. Passwords aren't disappearing tomorrow, but their role is changing. The future of login isn't about remembering more secrets. It's about proving identity quietly, in the background, and using devices that already know it's you. Security is slowly becoming less visible, not because risks are gone, but because good design hides complexity. In the next episode, we'll step back from technology itself and talk about something even more powerful: security habits. The small behaviours that protect you long after tools and trends change. Until then, stay curious, stay calm, and stay quietly secure.